Would you like to know how taxes work in Cyprus? Hello everyone, I'm Aurélie. I'm making this video to help you better understand Cyprus taxes and the Nondom regime, as we often get those types of questions during our calls with our clients. What is a Nondom in Cyprus? It's a significant tax advantage for foreigners who were not born in Cyprus and do not have Cypriot ancestry. If you apply it now, before it gets removed, you can enjoy 17 years of tax exemptions while living in Europe, signed and sealed by the Cypriot government. This statute allows you to remove additional taxes in Cyprus that applies when receiving dividends and interest. With this, you only pay 2.65%, limited to a calculation of 180,000 euros. Anything above that is completely tax-free. You can be earning millions and still only pay 4,750 euros annually. For those unfamiliar with how dividends work, these are the profits a company owner receives after the company has paid corporate tax. If you do this through Cyprus company, the corporate tax is 12.5%. If you're starting out, this can already be beneficial. You'll have plenty of deductible expenses like rent, car, travel, and a small salary that will be taxed at 0% of personal income tax. But if you're making significant profit around 100,000 euros or more, it might be time to explore offshore structuring. Jody can present the best personalized option for you rather than limiting you to just Cyprus structures and still saving the 12.5% corporate tax. Sometimes the Cyprus IP box can be interesting, but only in specific cases, and usually if you're living in Cyprus, it's not your best option. There are also a lot of accountants still using outdated structures. Additionally, capital gains are taxed at 0% like investments. You only pay the 2.65% social security contribution. And finally, you're exempt from personal income tax on salaries earned for work performed outside of Cyprus for more than 90 days a year. The tax authorities are much more relaxed, nothing like high-taxed countries.
Resident versus tax resident.
You can have multiple residency permits in different countries, but that doesn't mean you have to pay taxes in all of them. For example, I can own a house in the UK or Germany, but be tax resident in Cyprus. Tax residency refers to the country or jurisdiction where a person or company must pay taxes on their incomes. This is important because it determines your tax obligations and any fiscal benefits. How do I become a tax resident in Cyprus? To become a tax resident in Cyprus, you must follow these steps. The 183-day rule: you must be physically present in Cyprus for at least 183 days in a calendar year. 60-day rule: since 2017, you can also become a tax resident in Cyprus if you meet the following conditions within the same fiscal year. Spend at least 60 days in Cyprus, spend no more than 183 days in another country, you are not a tax resident in another country, you have a business in Cyprus, and you maintain a permanent home in Cyprus, being rented or owned. For both options, you'll need the yellow slip, which is a residence permit. It's an official document issued by the Cyprus immigration authorities and is mandatory for European citizens planning to live in Cyprus for more than 3 months. It allows you to live and work legally in Cyprus. You have to schedule an appointment with immigration. There's also the option of pink slip for non-European citizens, but we will discuss the different steps of this procedure on another video. If you're interested in moving to Cyprus or you're already living here and want to optimize your structure, don't hesitate to book a call. Links will be in the tags and description. Thank you very much for watching the video. See you next time.